that's a good fish. That's a good fish. At first I didn't think I had him. Oh, that's a good fish. On the sea fly. Yeah, baby. Made a long cast. I think he might have picked it off as it was sinking because it was starting, it was moving. It was sinking to the bottom, about 25 feet of water here, and it just started taking off. Maybe it's a bass. It's a hefty fish, whatever it is. It was a weird bite. Oh. There he is. No, it's a trout. Oh, it's a big trout too. Oh man, right there. Woo! Oh, it took a while to get him in. Good gravy. I want to let him go. Look at that guy. Look at that guy on the green and white sea fly. Talk a little bit more about that fly. Let me get this guy back in the water. I stuck him good. He took it as it was sinking. Going in a circle here. He took it as it was sinking and got him right in the top of the mouth, right there. But boom, beautiful fish. Let's get him back in the water. Get him revived and get him out of here. Come on, big guy. Come on, baby. There he goes. Big boy going back down. Nice. Whew. Oh man. There it is, guys. You're gonna hear more about that. That is a sea fly. I call it the sea fly because it's a castable fly. And you know, I get all kinds of questions. Guys always ask me about my trolling flies. Can you cast them? Yeah, you can cast them. You can put split shot on the line. You can mess with different kinds of riggings. But what I came up with is a trolling fly tied on a jig head. We call it the sea fly. You're gonna see it in the store soon, and it is absolutely deadly. I'm out here on kind of a bunch of up and down structure. This is an area I've been trolling a lot this year. I am just fan casting with this guy. I'm letting it drop down in the water column, and then I'm working it along, just a series of lifts and drops, just swimming along like a minnow, and they are jumping all over it. That's the biggest fish of the day. I've caught several pan-sized fish. I'm gonna get back to casting and see if I can get a few more. Okay guys, you've seen the results that the sea fly can produce. Let's talk about the sea fly. What is a sea fly? Why did I develop this bait, and why am I featuring them in my store? Okay, first of all, let's talk about the name, the sea fly. The C stands for castable. If you watch the channel, you saw me catch a whole bunch of fish on trolling flies. What I was looking for was a trolling style fly that you could cast. Now you could use a water bobber, or you could put split shot on your line. That stuff works. You'll be able to cast a fly that way, but that's makeshift. I wanted something that you could tie on the end of your line, start casting with, and start catching trout with. You know, trolling flies. Bank anglers are left out with the whole trolling fly concept. So are guys that want to cast, you know, fan cast from a canoe, from a float tube, stuff like that. Not everybody trolls, but everybody should be able to reap the benefits of using flies without the hassle of fly gear, water bubbles, stuff like that. And that's what I have here. I have the world's first castable trolling style fly right here in my hand. The kit consists of 12 flies in 4 different colors. We've got 1/4 ounce flies, we've got 1/8 ounce flies, and we've got 16th ounce flies in 4 different colors. The color concept that I came up with, I call it the 3 Bs. You've got bright orange. You've got the buggy colors. You've got olive, just like that there. You've got brown, just like that there. And the 3rd B, that is bait fish. That's the bait you saw me working today. I wanted a fly that was a close match for a pond smelt or a threadfin shad, and that's exactly what that lime green white offering right there represents in the water. These baits are extremely versatile in how you can fish them. We've caught big trout on them up to about 5 pounds, vertical jigging them at the dock where I keep my boat tied up. You can fan cast them. You can fan cast and count them down. That 1/4 ounce bait, you can count that thing down to 30, 40 feet and then begin your retrieve. And you're gonna pick up fish on the sink too when you're using that long casting, count it down method. Off the bank, use it like any other lure. Cast it out, work the entire, area of water in front of you, start at the surface, and then start counting it down. You can retrieve it very aggressively like I was doing today. Lots of jerks, twitches, very aggressive, just like we used to fish hair raisers for stripers. You can also slow roll it, basically a do-nothing retrieve where that bait is just going straight through the water. You can let it fall for extended periods. You can just hold your tip up and shake your tip as it falls. Use your imagination, dial in the type of retrieve that the fish respond to on any given day. Not one retrieve is going to work all the time, but you've got a lot of room to experiment with these baits. Also, that's what the different size heads help you do. 1/4 ounce model, obviously that one's going to cast the furthest. You can fish it most aggressively. It's a big fish bait. It'll catch pan-sized fish, but it's a big fish bait. It has a large profile, the largest profile in the set, so that's the one you want to reach for if you're working deep water, you're working big fish, you're casting into the wind. The 1/8 ounce model, that's right in the middle. You can cast it, you can get it down to about 25 feet or more if you just want to stand there and allow it to sink. You can work it back in the same way. And the diminutive, the little guy, the 16th ounce model, that's going to be great in streams. It's going to be great when the trout are skittish or in waters where the trout, are fairly small or the bait they're feeding on is fairly small. So the bottom line is, if you're a guy that likes to cast with trout, you need to get on over to the fishhuntshoot.com online store and you need to pick up a set of my sea flies. They combine the deadly effectiveness of trolling flies with the ability to cast. Cast from a float tube, cast from the bank, cast from a canoe. Heck, I was casting them on my big pontoon boat today and they worked very, very well. Get a set of these flies and you're gonna be yelling fish on because you're gonna be showing the fish something they haven't seen. I'm the only one offering sea flies at this time, designed them myself, worked out the color combinations, pair them with a fairly long spinning rod, 7 to 8 feet long, 6 to 8 pound test braid, use a 6-pound fluorocarbon top shot, and you're gonna get your fish on. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm Kel Kellogg. I'm out of your hair for now. Get on over to fishhuntshoot.com and pick up your set of sea flies right now, and you'll be yelling fish on tomorrow. I guarantee it.